Hey, what up? It's Ferla. Today I have a really nice video for you with regards to
All
making
about
medicine that you can have in a dropper like this. It's an oil-based medicine and it's using some of the ingredients that you might already have on your shelf and some that you definitely do not have on your shelf, but that you will learn about today. So, two of the ingredients you can make tea with. You can just put them in here and steep those and make tea with it. The first one is an herb called mawang. It's a Chinese herb, a Chinese herbal ingredient that's all the rage today because this is the foundation of ephedra, which is the foundation ingredient in methamphetamine. So this tea will give you energy. It gives you energy, it gives you focus, but it can be a bit edgy. So if you are like me and you don't handle stimulants very well, then you're going to need something to smooth that out. But this will give you a very nice sustained energy throughout the day. So that's going into the pot. The second one is going to help to smooth out that Mormon tea or mawang. You can look for Mormon tea when you go to buy this mawang because I don't know how to write Chinese, and I went to the Chinese store and they didn't know what I was talking about. So you want to just look for Mormon tea. That's the English word for it, Mormon tea. The second one is going to smooth out that Mormon tea, and I oftentimes just make these two together. This is hops, dried hops, which has sort of a calming, soothing effect on the body, similar to chamomile flowers. So these are dried hops, and those will be going in the pot. The third ingredient that is in a whole or herb form is cannabis. This is indica, and this is less than a gram, which I think is acceptable in most places. So this is dried cannabis flower, less than a gram. It's all ground up, and that's going in the pot. Everybody knows what that does. So very nice ingredient indeed. So the rest of these are powders. And I have 3 powders that I got off of my shelf that are supplements that I wish that I could take more often, but I have so many supplements that I take every day that these get neglected. So I put about 4 or 5 or 6 of these into this to put them into the pot. The first one is going to be St. John's wort. And this is for the mood enhancing effects. This will lift your mood and make you feel better. It's used as antidepressant for 1,000 years, so it works. The other one is wild lettuce, and this actually has an opiate effect, which kills pain. So any aches and pains that you're having in your body, it's a very mild painkiller, but I noticed it doesn't work as well as it does when it's heated. I think the heat kind of releases the alkaloids in this wild lettuce as opposed to just eating it from the capsule like this. I don't really get the same effects that I get from the capsule as I do after heating it. The third one is Siberian ginseng, Siberian root. So this is ginseng. This gives you energy. So obviously I have some things that give you energy and some things that smooth it out. The wild lettuce is more smooth and sedating. It has an opiate type effect, very calming and relaxing to the mind. St. John's wort lifts the mood. I got the cannabis jumping off. So I'm going to put all of these into my crock pot. Get those in there. Got my cannabis, which you can use this for CBD. You can use this for sativa and indica. If you don't want to, if you're not like really an herb smoker or like a hardcore heavyweight or something like that, which I am not. I'm a complete lightweight when it comes to herb. But I do enjoy some edibles from time to time, and this is, I would consider this a form of an edible. So I'm just going to, I'm not really measuring anything. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. Pour some hops in there. Oops. It's about a tablespoon, I would say. And get some of this mawang in here. Like I said, this one really perks you up. It really, it's ephedra, so it really does the thing when you need energy. So I'll put like a pretty decent amount in there. Also about maybe a tablespoon and a half of that mawang. Now, I'm using grapeseed oil for this because grapeseed oil has a high smoke point. You can create carcinogenic compounds when you heat oils that are not supposed to be heated. You can heat saturated oils as much as you want. Oils that stay solid at room temperature, which is butter, coconut oil, tallow. You can heat those up to any temperature you want and they'll pretty much be pretty stable unless you go up to 600 degrees or something crazy, which nobody ever cooks that hot. But as far as the oils that pour, you really want to make sure it says that it has a high smoking point. This one has a 415 degree Fahrenheit smoke point. So grapeseed oil is really nice for cooking, although it is unsaturated. I don't know how it has such a high smoke point. I don't fully understand the chemistry there, but I use this for cooking and anything dealing with heat. So I'm going to pour about a cup of this in here with these herbs. Just enough to cover them, really. So I want to cover these completely, and I used about half of this bottle, so that means it's probably about a cup and a half. I'll put a little bit more, so it'll be about 2 cups that I'm putting in here. Okay, now this is going to steep overnight for probably about 20 hours or so, and I'll come back with the rest of the procedure.